Chapter 2, Boy's Life of Despair, Deadly Life.
Tried to suppress my screaming, but it was useless. It surged out of me like water from a spring gushing out of the ground. Byakuya, on the other hand,
Most unusual, don't you think?
Oh, sorry. He was totally calm, almost like he was watching this all unfold in front of a TV screen.
Look, Chihiro's corpse has been suspended somehow. And something's been written on the wall in blood. Bloodlust? Such a brutal way to kill someone. No, this is beyond brutal. Wouldn't you agree?
They killed her. How could it not be brutal?
No, that's not my point. This murder is far too bizarre for any everyday amateur to have committed it. Unlike with Sayaka, this murder was not a crime of passion or necessity. It's almost as if whoever did this did it for fun. You see what I mean, don't you?
What? My head was swimming. I was still reeling, too confused to understand what he was trying to say. And before I could even begin to clear my head, hey, I heard screaming! Did something! Ah! Chihiro!
A body has been discovered. After a certain amount of time, which you may use however you like, the class trial will begin.
Damn, I couldn't keep her safe. So there's another victim!
Which means we are now in the same position once again. Man? What the fuck is this? It's a dream! This is a dream! It's all just a dream! In fact, I haven't been born yet! I don't have any memories of being alive! Yeah! Shut up.
The word bloodlust is written on the wall in blood.
I don't think it's any kind of dying message. It's just too strange.
But you know, that thing about writing bloodlust in blood! Doesn't it sound kind of familiar?
A murderous fiend who kills again and again using a bizarre and brutal method. And at the end, a scene of each crime, the word bloodlust is written in the victim's own blood. They're like a ghost, attacking suddenly then slipping away before the police can catch up to them. And what nickname did the internet give to this mysterious serial killer?
Genocide Jack! Ah!
What is he now?
Toko! Hino was pointing toward the entrance to the girls' locker room. Toko was the last to arrive, and now she was just standing there.
No. Why? 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 Go-dunk.
She fainted! That did not sound good! Toko! Hino rushed over to the collapsed Toko and started trying to shake her awake. Toko! Are you okay? Come on, wake up!
Oh, that's right. I just remember what she said about how she faints anytime she sees blood.
So she is hemophobic. I imagine she does not watch too many horror films then.
This isn't a violation of the rules, right? I mean, technically she passed out somewhere besides her room. No, I think it should be okay. The regulations prohibit sleeping. Like, on purpose. Ah, so she didn't faint on purpose. Doesn't count. Gotcha. Toko! Can you hear me? Hey, you gotta wake up! As if she'd heard her. Toko suddenly shot awake. As in, she literally jumped up from where she was laying. Such a strange reaction. I was at a total loss for words. She leapt straight up into the air, changing her stance as she did. What the hell? In no time flat, she was just standing up. Ignoring the physical contortions she had to go through, her motions were totally haphazard. Huh? What?
Sorry about that. I was just so shocked, you know? It happens, right? Was I the only one?
Toko, are you okay?
I'm fine, Whoa, is that a dead body? Hey, are you dead?
She must have hit her head real hard when she fainted.
The word has a front and back, a top bidding and a bottom, a sea of truth and a web of lies.
This is quite concerning. I mean, she sounds completely different.
No, everything's fine. At least the stutter's all gone. That's a good thing, right?
It's good to me that everything is not fine! Your eyes seem strangely vacant! It might be best if we take her back to her room for the time being. I don't mind taking her, but could someone help me?
If you need help, I don't mind.
Taka, could you help me?
God damn it. I wanted to touch woman.
She totally ignored me.
Very well. You can take care of the girl, and the rest of us can begin the investigation right away. Did you see that coming, first of all? Chihiro dying?
No.
You guessed it, though. I asked you earlier, like, who's gonna die next? It was Chihiro.
Oh shit.
Yeah, you did guess it, right?
Is that scripted?
Huh?
That's scripted?
Everything's scripted in this game.
Everything's scripted
So, like,
in this game. Oh,
your decisions doesn't change, like, the outcome.
Oh, so
like,
Chihiro's gonna die.
Chihiro was gonna die no matter how many times you play this game. You were pretty, like, modest about, like, Chihiro as a person, you know? Like, you were like, oh yeah, she's pretty, you know, fluffy bunny, she's a nice girl, and all of that, and that's cool. So, I'm just gonna make a confession. Like, I love Chihiro, I love her character, right?
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, I was so suspicious of her, because, like, to me, she was too good to be true, right?
Yeah.
So, like, she's all, like, this all lovey-dovey, right? And then she's, like, very nice, she's always crying, she's very weak. So, I was so sure, like, at one point of the game, she's just gonna turn out to be, like, this evil mastermind. Like, that's what I thought. So, like, I was always suspicious of her. And then after this trial, I found out that she died. I was like, no, Chihiro, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry I ever doubted you. I felt so bad for, like, yeah, I felt so bad for doubting Chihiro this whole time. Oh man, dude, I thought she was gonna be evil, but she was, oh man, she was so pure until the end, and now she's dead to me. So we're gonna start investigating, Joe.
Yeah.
All right. That's your dialogue.
First of all, I better check the Monokuma file to see exactly what's going on. The victim was Chihiro Fujisaki. time of death is estimated to be around 2 o'clock a.m. The body was discovered in the girls' locker room on the 2nd floor of the school. The cause of death was a blow to the head with a blunt object. She was killed instantly.
Killed instantly.
That's all it says. Well, it's not like there's any point in complaining about it. No matter what, I gotta do what I gotta do.
Monokuma file number 2 has been added to the truth bullets section of your handbook. Hey Makoto, do you have a second?
Huh? Did you need something from me?
Of course. Life without purpose is quite dull, you know?
So what did you need?
I'm going to let you cooperate with me during my investigation.
Huh?
I'm purchasing your talent. The same talent which you allowed you to solve Sayaka's case.
Salt? No, I just...
You seem to have some limited use, which is why I've chosen you. You have the honor of contributing to my investigation.
So, you're inviting me to come with you? You're doing it in the most arrogant way possible, though.
Now then, shall we get started?
I use this locker room all the time. Now, it's become the site of Chihira's death. But, why was she killed in the locker room? Actually, if you think about it, she could have been killed somewhere else, then carried here. She was very light, that is true. It wouldn't be hard for someone to carry her. But still, I still think she came here on her own, by choice. What makes you say that? She'd been talking a lot lately about how she wanted to get stronger. So you're saying she came here to exercise? But according to the Monokuma file, apparently she was killed around 2 in the morning. Would she really have been exercising that late? Hina or myself are usually in the locker room during the day, so she was probably avoiding it then. Avoiding it? Although we invited her to join us more than once, she never showed up. I can only assume she was trying to avoid us. And instead she came to exercise in the middle of the night? Perhaps. But it's difficult for me to imagine she would have come alone. She did want to start exercising, but she specifically mentioned she couldn't do it by herself. She needed support from others. So you're saying she could have come here in the middle of the night to train in secret? But that she also would have come with someone else? It's a possibility, I think.
Sakura's account has been added to the truth bullets section of your handbook. I know it's early, but who do you think did it? Who do you think?
I don't think it was Sakura.
You don't think it was Sakura?
No. Maybe, I don't know. I'm gonna talk to Mondo.
Okay. Dude had a real complex about being weak. You heard Chiro talk about it, right? I need to get stronger.
Yeah, I do remember she said that more than once.
Sure did. Which, I guess explains the trip down here.
But, did she really need to get stronger that badly? You already mentioned it, but she was a girl, after all. Most girls aren't all that strong. Damn, Makoto. Sexist.
Oh, wow. I don't know, man. I haven't really thought about that stuff.
Cause of Chihiro's complex. Can't help but wondering what it might be.
Mondo's account has been added to the truth bullets section of your handbook.
If I remember right, this card reader is meant to work with our handbooks, right?
Do you have any issue with it? If so, you should take it up with Monokuma.
He said that, and quickly and sharply clapped his hands together.
You called for me?
Has he been domesticated?
It seems that Makoto has a question for you.
Sure, what's up?
Well, it's just about this card reader.
Yeah, the card reader has been well designed to interface with each of your e-handbooks. You can only enter the locker room corresponding to the gender listed in your individual handbook.
And it's impossible for 2 people in a row to go through while the door's unlocked, correct?
If there is some sort of erotic terrorist on the prowl, the ceiling-mounted Gatling gun would initiate a Swiss cheese slaughter.
And the school regulation prohibits anyone from lending someone else their handbook, correct?
Correct.
So then, that means only girls can go in the girls' locker room, and only boys can go in the boys' locker room. In other words, Chihiro's body being found in the girls' locker room means...
Hey Makoto, I can see right through you.
See right through me?
Allow me to tell you what you're thinking. Since Chihiro was found in the girls' locker room, the killer must have been able to get in there. As such, the killer must be one of the girls. Did I get it right? Good lord, you're simple.
But am I wrong?
You should pay closer attention to the regulations. The answer has been in front of you the entire time. Loaning your e-handbook to another student is strictly prohibited. Only the act of loaning a handbook is prohibited. Borrowing someone else's is perfectly fine. Well, I know you are unfortunately lacking in mental faculty, so I'll fill you in myself, Joe.
Okay.
Let's head to the main hall.
We came to the main hall. So, what are we looking for here?
I'm not telling you.
Does that mean I have to figure it out for myself?
What if I didn't say anything, just ignored you?
There's a mailbox here. Could there be something inside? It's an e-handbook? No, wait. There's 3 of them. But what are they doing here?
So you finally found them after talking to me for like 2 billion times.
Huh? Do you know these were here, Byakuya?
I happened to find them by chance myself the other day. It seems there's a system in place where the handbooks of dead students get delivered to this mailbox.
So then, these 3 handbooks belong to Junko, Leon, and Sayaka?
You can go ahead and confirm it yourself.
I immediately turned on one of the handbooks. And when I did... You're right. This is Sayaka's handbook.
Oh my god, it smells like Sayaka!
You fucking pervert. Now do you understand? This is the key to the loophole that I revealed earlier.
Yeah, I feel like I'm starting to get it.
Are you starting to get it, Joe?
Oh, it might not have been a girl. Doesn't have to have been a girl.
Why is that?
Could have just taken one of the dead students' handbooks.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like I'm starting to get it.
Hold on a second.
What's wrong?
That's strange. One of the handbooks won't turn on.
Is it broken? Whose is it?
The other handbook showed Junko's name when I started it up.
Then the one that won't turn on must be Leon's, right?
It would make sense, yes. After all, he did get pummeled with dozens and dozens of baseballs. Jeez.
Pummeled with baseballs.
Oh jeez.
The memory of it came flooding back. That cruel punishment, which led to Leon's death. The execution that the mastermind concocted. A cruel, heartless death. You're right, it wouldn't be surprising for the handbook to break during that kind of assault.
Hey, hey! Hey, 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 hey! Hey!
What?
That e-handbook is essential to student life here. Crucial, integral, instrumental, a super big deal. There's no way it would break that easily.
But it did.
God. If I say it wouldn't break, it wouldn't freaking break. It can withstand up to 10 tons of pressure, and it's waterproof up to 100 meters, okay? I don't care how many baseballs you hit it with it. It wouldn't do crap. No. Oh, but, even my amazing handbook does have one single weak point.
It does?
But it's a secret. I wouldn't want you to go breaking any more handbooks.
Then Leon must have broken it somehow without realizing what its weakness was, right?
Hard to say.
Ah! Hey, you two! Big trouble! Need your help!
We're busy. Leave us alone.
But it's an emergency! Emergency! Come on, please! You gotta help me! An emergency? What happened? Something's wrong with Toko. She's acting super strange. Well, I mean, she was acting pretty strange earlier, right? What should we do, Byakuya?
Since it's Toko, I must admit, I'm intrigued. I suppose we can take a second to see what's going on with her. Ding dong!
The door swung open, slowly and silently. Holy crap! An aura of negativity flowed out from behind the door, forcing a gasp out of me.
What?
Nothing. It's just that Hina was really worried about you, holding yourself up in your room.
Leave me alone.
Yeah, sure thing. But could you open up just for a second?
Won't allow it.
Huh?
I won't let Genocide Jack have control.
And just like that, she slammed the door in my face. What was that? Hey, Byakuya, you think you could ask her? To come out of her room, I mean.
Sure, whatever.
Huh? You're gonna talk to her, Byakuya? Wow, I guess you can be nice when you want to. Byakuya stood in front of her door, not making a sound, and pressed the doorbell.
Ding dong!
After a few moments,
Leave me alone. You're all so annoying. Bakula! It's Byakuya. I'm sorry. I couldn't keep our promise. But don't worry. Never again. I won't Genocide Jack have control ever again.
And with that, the door slammed shut. Even Byakuya couldn't pull it off.
There's nothing else we could do. Let's go back to the investigation.
Hold on. Hey, Byakuya, what was Toko talking about just now? Something about a promise?
Oh, I have no idea. Another one of her delusions, I'm sure.
But...
If I say I don't know, that means I don't know. Just let Hina take care of her.
Oh yeah, okay. I'll stay here and keep an eye on her.
Well then, let's go. This is the complete case file. Every single report surrounding the Genocide Jack cases has been compiled in here. Because there are so many, allow me to quickly summarize the main points. To begin, there are two notable characteristics in every Genocide Jack murder. The first characteristic is that every crime scene, the word bloodlust is written in the victim's own blood. And the second is that when the victims are murdered, their bodies are suspended in a certain way.
Bloodlust is written in blood, and the victim's body is suspended. That's exactly the same as what happened to Chihiro.
Save your surprise. The best part is yet to come. For the second characteristic, where the victims are suspended, the only ones who knew about the particular fact were members of the police and the higher-ups. By all accounts, nobody in the media ever found out.
Huh.
In other words, no one on the news, no one online, nobody knew about the aspect of each crime. Only key officials and the killer himself knew about this act of mounting the victim. Now, if you recall Chihiro's corpse, her body was most certainly mounted in this fashion.
So, how could the killer have known about suspending the victim?
That's the key question. But in fact, the answer is quite simple. The culprit isn't a copycat killer. It's the real Genocide Jack. That right there is the evidence that Genocide Jack has hidden himself among the rest of us.
Byakuya handed me the file, and I flipped through it with tense, nervous fingers. Suddenly, my hand stopped. I reached the page where photos from the scene of each crime had all been collected. The names of Genocide Jack's victims ran on for several pages. Ken Harada, 32. Tetsuhiro Honda, 17. Shoji Gaku, 23. Kano Issei, 14. Takeshi Yoshida, 30. Komatsuna Taro, Takefumi Gono, Uchida Naohisa, Takeshi Masamune, Yuto Yumejima. There was no end to it. But one thing became perfectly clear as I read. All of the killer's countless victims were killed and suspended in exactly the same way. And at the scene of every murder, the word bloodlust was left in the victim's own blood. All of the crimes took place either on weekdays at night or during holidays, either day or night. The most common time for the killings to take place was on holidays in the afternoon. Based on these facts, it could be suggested that the suspect may be a student. Evidence suggests that the suspect lingered at the scene, but when they did leave, they were in a panic. Because an eyewitness has never come forward, it's unlikely there was any external reason for this. This confused behavior suggests that the suspect may potentially suffer from dissociative identity disorder.
The key point here is that the culprit may have a split personality.
Hey Kyoko, have you made any progress on your investigation?
Generally speaking. But I have to get going. I have something unrelated to take care of.
Something besides the investigation? What is it?
Nothing you need to worry about. Just concentrate on the murder.
But...
Before I go, let me give you one piece of advice. You should examine Chihiro's body one more time. Thoroughly. Also, her handbook is missing. You might want to determine its whereabouts. That's it. I'll be praying for your success.
With that, Kyoko turned and left the girls' locker room. I guess I'll take another look at the body then. And Chihiro's handbook is missing? That's definitely worth worrying about.
Chihiro's e-handbook has been added to the truth bullets section of the handbook.
There's a strange stain on the carpet. What is it?
Boys' locker room carpet has been added to the truth bullets section of your handbook.
You spend a lot of time exercising in the girls' locker room, right, Sakura? I've used it nearly every day since it opened up. Sometimes Hina and I use it together. But there is something that's been bothering me about the locker room. You see, I like to drink a little protein coffee every time I finish exercising. We have protein coffee? In the warehouse. It's not the highest quality, but I don't have a lot of other options. I mix protein powder with coffee and down a glass of it after exercising. Anyway, the other day, I spilled some on the carpet in the girls' locker room, and it left a stain. A stain? But I don't see any stain on the carpet now. Exactly. I noticed it earlier. The stain has disappeared. I can only assume someone came along and cleaned it up. But still, isn't it unusually clean? As if there was never a stain here to begin with.
Disappearing stain has been added to the truth bullets section of your handbook.
Celeste, what are you doing here?
This warehouse is amazing. It has absolutely everything one might need to live a full life. From food to clothes to towels, there's an endless supplies to choose from.
I see that, but have you found anything related to the case?
I knew you were gonna ask me that. I thought talking about the warehouse itself might misdirect you, but I see it was pointless.
Then you did find something?
Very well. I will tell you and only you.
実は
Last night, I saw her here. Chihiro was in the warehouse.
What? Really?
ええ
This was right before nighttime.
あらこんな時間にこ
What
ん
are
な
you
場
doing
所
out
で
this late?
何をなさっているのですか
Oh,
Shut
I
up.
was just...
トレーニングでも始め
Are
る
you
おつもり
planning
で
to
す
do
か
exercise, perhaps? What? How did you know?
スポーツバッグから
Because
は
I
み出
can
してい
see
ま
a
すわ
blue
よ
track jacket
Oh,
sticking out of that
judge,
duffel
no
bag you're carrying.
本当だ
Oh, you're
あり
right.
がとう
Thanks.
じゃあ
Well,
急
I
いで
better
るから
get
ごめ
going.
ん
I'm kind of in a hurry. She stuffed the jacket into her bag in a hurry. It was almost like she was trying to hide it. And just like that, she was gone.
そうですわね
I assumed she was merely stocking up to go exercise in the morning, but it would appear she ignored the nighttime rule and headed directly to the girls' locker room. If she hadn't broken our rule, none of this would ever happen. Ding dong, ding dong.
So, I'm getting tired of waiting. Shall we just plunge right in?
Yes, right after I go to the bathroom.
Oh my god, Joe. Oh my
Perfect
god, Joe.
timing.
Every single time you gotta go to the bathroom. Alright, fucking ready, Joe? Like, Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
Fucking ready.
Alright, it's the moment you've all been waiting for. The class trial. You remember where to meet, right? Please go through the red door on the first floor of the school. See you soon.
Oh shit. Begin the class trial? Or... It's about to begin. The red door is right through here. I still have no clue.